Okay, so 8-Ball determined that we would watch this one. So The Blessing of Despair. I don't really know what this one is going to be about, because these ones are all about different endings, right? So like we watched Frenzied Flame and whatnot. I'm excited to watch more though. There are so many different endings. It's very, very cool. I think I like these videos quite a bit. Bam.
Before the Erd Tree started to die, it was considered to be eternal. And before the Erd Tree, there was the Crucible, a chaotic melting pot of primordial life that served as the Erd Tree's primal vital energies.
Okay.
It birthed creatures of feather, breath, tail, and horn. Aspects of this crucible were considered to be divine. That is, until civilization advanced. And those deemed misbegotten were enslaved.
Seems familiar.
For during Marika's golden age, aspects of the crucible were deemed signs of devolution, and those that harbored them, abominations.
Oh.
Many fell omen had their horns excised, and the few that survived were hunted by the omen killers,
I don't like that.
butchers of twisted conscience. But then, Godfrey and Queen Marika herself gave birth to omen twins. If such powers could birth omen, then could they really be so far from grace?
I
Was
love
the
it all,
crucible
Dwarf.
not at the heart of the Erd Tree?
Oh.
Marika's omen
Rogue is
children
so cool.
would not have their horns excised, but they would be shackled far beneath the earth. So close to the Erd Tree, and yet so far. Eventually, Marika's faith in her own golden order waned. The rune of death was stolen. The first demigod was killed, and Lord Godfrey was exiled.
Sad.
Marika would go on to shatter the Elden Ring, spurring her children to action as the lands between lost its blessing.
Damn. Okay, thousands of years later. Got it. Love that song. I would always stop and listen to them.
In the shattering war that followed, only Miquella would attempt to bring peace with his Halig tree.
High quality third
The
party.
other demigods would fight for the shards of the Elden Ring. Godric the Golden would attempt a coup, which failed, forcing him to flee from Leyndell, for a sibling had emerged from the sewers with the right to great power. Rykard would commit a grave blasphemy and seek to devour the very gods, just as he had been devoured himself. And
Yeah, that
Princess
guy was
Rani,
rude.
having slain her own flesh, would hide away. The fate in her stars halted by Radahn, said to be the mightiest of the demigods, with no one as his equal. But Malenia would journey south to challenge him, and though their war scarred the land itself, there would be no victor. Meanwhile, Mohg would emerge and rip Malenia's brother from the Halig tree, taking him far away, to the seat of his coming dynasty. And so, Malenia would return, carried on the back of a faithful knight, to find her brother gone, with all the Halig tree left praying for his homecoming. So in the end, there would be no victor, and the demigods lingered, without the will or strength to change their fate. And the Tarnished would return, wild exiles, now led by grace once lost, to break the tenuous stalemate of the demigods.
Kill them all.
A stalemate held in place by King Morgod, defender of the Erd Tree, and last of all kings.
He was really cool.
And as war continues in this broken world, all would ask themselves, Queen Marika, at whom were you so angry? Why?
Yo. The fire giant, I had to stop fighting him and then go back to fight him. Fire giant messed me up so hard, but I did eventually beat him. Eventually. It took a hot minute and a half and a lot of running around, but I got it done. I still haven't beaten the Elden Beast though. Just the most annoying fight I could think of. I just hate the whole like, oh, now I'm over here. Oh, now I'm over there. Now I'm over there. By the time you get to me, I'm gonna poof to the other side of the map again. Ugh.
Foul tarnished. In search of the Elden Ring. Emboldened by the flame of ambition.
Hey.
Someone must extinguish thy flame. Let it be Margit the Fell.
Yeah.
In the years since the stalemate of the demigods, Margit the Fell has appeared like a wraith, preventing Tarnished from picking off his weaker kin.
Whew.
Well, thou art of passing skill.
Yeah.
Warrior blood must truly run in thy veins. Tarnished.
Ow. Ugh.
Luckily, Tarnished are no strangers to death, and they will suffer against their foes as many times as it takes. The
Yep.
Margit we fought here was merely an omen illusion, an extension of the man himself, whose true form resides in Leyndell, an omen king, who would be despised by the populace if his true identity became known. But now, his only duty is to stop Tarnished reaching the thrones, and the title of Elden Lord. In the wake of the shattering, the land itself has been scarred, and the well-travelled roads have all been obliterated. Now, sheer cliffs jut upwards into ominous skies. The land of Leonia is even slowly sinking into a lake.
Yep.
And it's here that we find a man cooking prawn. A blackguard named Bogart.
Oh, hello.
What are you looking at? Art something, mate.
No.
You're tarnished too, ain't you? Can you see it then? The guidance of grace, I mean. I can't see it at all no more. Makes no bloody sense anyway. Why some no-name shithead like me should get called to the lands between. Cruel bloody joke, you ask me. Maybe something went tits up with it. Maybe it's been...
See the size of those claws? This dude's eating well. Oh,
Cruel bloody joke, you ask me.
dip that in some
Maybe
butter.
something went tits up with it. Maybe it's been broke for a good long time.
Many Tarnished were called back to the lands between, and here their crowns would be warranted by strength and little else, because for all its claims to true order, the Greater Will did not distinguish between the Tarnished beckoned by grace. Their thoughts, their ambitions, nothing seemed to matter.
Oh.
And what better example of this is there than the Dung Eater, A legend, yes, but one reviled by the masses, up until the very moment that his grace was returned. Now the Dung Eater torments the city of Leyndell.
Yeah, Ador?
There's even evidence that he tortured someone at the fortified manor, where the true Round Table resides. It's little wonder, then, that his vengeful spirit appears in our hub world, a place that calls to Tarnished of all kinds, whether they're legends or otherwise.
I need to warn you about something. A little while ago, someone started lurking in the wing on the opposite side of the Round Table, and I can hear, from all the way over there, the howling and wailing of spirits in fear of a curse. I can even hear the repulsive twisted malice in itself. A plethora of spirits in an unceasing cacophony. I can't even imagine. How much suffering inflicted to who knows how many souls. Not even the grafting caused anything like this to happen. You should keep your distance. I know you're strong, but please.
You'll get what's coming. Have you ever felt the curse? With your whole being?
I mean, yeah, I'd be cursed too if I ate shit.
The pox upon life itself, feared and despised by all. The reviled blessing. Apparently.
By the way,
The reviled.
a thing that makes this pretty damn atrocious, isn't there like a lot of like blood and stuff that runs through horns? I remember, I'm pretty sure from another video, saying that not all of them survived having their horns lobbed off. So like, it's probably just simply because of the blood loss. They're just like, yeah, exactly, Sean. So like, that's kind of sad, you know? Just like, oh yeah, if you can survive losing a shit fuck ton of blood, then yeah, I guess we'll let you live. Otherwise, you know, get fucked. Yeah. For sure. I'm just glad that my cats have like the clear claws so I can see where it is, cuz like some animals, like especially dogs, they'll have black nails so you can't see how deep in the wick is. That's a little freaky. At least with my cats, you can see and then you don't go too far. I don't know. All right.
Blessing. Apparently not. You are but a lamb, a stranger to defilement, ignorant of your own ignorance. You no longer interest me. Be thankful of the hold serenity. It is all that keeps your death and defilement at bay.
The Dung Eater. He certainly leaves a lingering impression. His sword is fashioned from the backbone of a malformed giant.
Cool.
His armor resembles an omen, but with its horns cut off.
Yep.
His form reflects the landscape of his mind. That is to say, he is suffering, he is persecution. But he only has the mind of an omen. Others are born with the body to match, and are held to be a punishment for making contact with the crucible. They are called misbegotten, and omen, and denied rebirth via the Erd Tree.
Rude.
For in the lands between, death is not the end. The Erd Tree is not just the dominant faith, it is where all honest souls desire to return. To be removed from the Erd Tree's cycle of death and life, to many, that is the worst thing imaginable. That is the Omen curse.
Yeah. That is
Here,
not fun.
in the fields of the Altus Plateau, a second Omen illusion stands watch. And it was here that a great battle was fought to repel Godric the Golden when he sought to return to Leyndell. And just down the way, Erdtree sentinels grasped torches that were furnished by Morgott himself to prevent Black Knife assassins from sneaking into the capital.
Hell yeah.
Morgoth gave everything for the Erd Tree, only to see a golden light shining in tarnished eyes. And despite Morgoth defending Leyndell against rebellion, blasphemy, and assassination, that golden light drives the Tarnished to slay him.
Yeah. See ya.
Remember thee, Tarnished, smouldering with thy meager flame. Cower in fear of the night. The hands of the fell omen shall brook thee no quarter.
It's hard to go through this world and not question the very grace that guides you. And so it is that many Tarnished fall from grace once again.
Huh.
Marika's tits. You must be hungry. Perfect bloody timing, actually. I got crab, cooked up fresh. There's something I should probably tell you. You heard of the Dung Eater?
Yeah.
He's a madman.
Yeah.
Has it out for everyone. Curses them. Goes round in his rank armor and all. You see him, though. Stay, well, away. I was in the same jail as him once, so I know firsthand. He's a god-forsaken monster.
Annoying.
Not just some petty thug like me. He's a killer. Kills people and curses the souls. Does all sorts of shit to the corpses to keep them cursed forever. I ain't seen nothing more disgusting in all my years. I ain't ever been more scared neither. Rooted to the bloody spot while he did that to my friend. And now I've seen it here again. Never thought I would. What he does to those bodies. It was him. No question. That monster. He's lurking round here.
Despite the danger, Bogart remains just outside of Leyndell, his humble ambitions delayed by his fondness for crab. But you find a way inside,
Oh yeah.
past layer and layer of the city's defense. Isn't it kind of strange that even though the Tarnished are guided to restore order, that the very forces of order itself are placed in your way?
I mean, honestly, it feels like you know how all of the different guys see their own like grace directions? A lot of the time it just kind of feels like they're just stirring shit up. Like I know near the end when you go up against the Lord, like both graces point at each other. And so it really does make me feel like it's kind of a game from higher up, kind of like oh, it's the simulation and they're just seeing who can best the other in a way. I mean, you know, it's complete speculation or whatever, but it really does kind of seem like higher ups are looking at them like, all right, so your guy, send them on that path, and then they end up going up against each other. The grace really does just bring everybody to fuck each other up. It's really funny, actually. Kind of sad, but, you know, yeah, the Outer Gods are most definitely dicks. Absolutely. I don't know much about the Outer Gods. We gotta learn more about them. But, like, did they know that we were gonna win? Or, did he know he was... I mean, he didn't know he was going to his own death. But, you know... Either way, I just find that very interesting.
You wouldn't have met him in your journey, but there is a certain noble who yet remains in the city, a member of House Shaneheit, who makes no effort to hide his prejudice.
Welcome, dear guest. After being out there, it must be quite surprising to see our capital cradled by the Erd Tree, showered by an eternal wellspring of grace. The sights, the sounds, the luscious scent.
Okay, sorry to pause again, but the perfumer like room here, just that's like exactly what I want my house to look like. Plants all over, nice hardwood walls that are decorative. Like, look at the ceilings, the walls, the vines going up around it. The whole aesthetic of this, God, I would love that. That would be so amazing.
Each precisely as they should be, each eternal. Oh? Oh, I didn't notice that you were tarnished. Now, you mustn't take this the wrong way, but you must leave the capital at once. It is for your own good, I assure you. All things have their proper place. We, having been chosen by grace, were given this golden capital. You, on the other hand, have your own home.
Yeah, following my grace, which leads me here. So how about you get fucked, buddy?
Which is a far cry from here. So far, in fact, that it cannot be further marred by your touch.
For all its glory, the city of Leyndell on the surface is like a thin layer of gold, a coating that can be easily scratched away, revealing the undercity beneath, full of horrors.
Foul.
Here in the sewers, Omen are shunned, all for the mere crime of being born, simply because they were born with aspects of the Crucible, that same Crucible that was once the primordial form of the Erd Tree. If only the people of Leyndell knew the true identity of Morgoth, the Lord of Grace, who now rules over the city. Do you remember, back at Castle Morn, that there was a spirit who feared his body being eaten by the misbegotten? To him, there was nothing worse than being disgraced in such a way. But nothing is worse than the seedbed curse, which the Dung-Eater cultivates upon those that he kills. A tender pox, afflicted with omen horns, that afflicts the host in such a way that it ensures that the curse will be passed on to natural-born children instead, creating an infectious population that will never know grace.
That's rude.
No. Wait. You have felt the curse. I can smell it on you. The pox, yet tender. Apparently my seedbed is ripe and waiting. 'Twas a brief respite, I must say. Go and unshackle my corporeal flesh, trapped in the sewer jail below the capital.
And so, whether it's out of fear, or admiration, or sheer curiosity, we descend below to free the Dung-Eater. On the way to the Dung-Eater's cell are the shunning grounds, where we kill the Omen in the only home that they've ever known.
That's sad.
Let me out. Let me out of here. Must eat more. Defile more. Everything that matters to you for generations to come. Who are you? I've been here long enough. I will kill again and defile each corpse with care, just to be sure that when they're reborn, they'll be cursed, along with their children.
Rude.
And their children's children, for all time to come.
This guy means business. That should move.
There you are. Pleased to see you. You must have expunged the Omen from the repository. Otherwise, their revolting screeches would still be affronting my ears. Well, you You've done us a fine service, I must say. The Erd Bishops will be very pleased to hear it. No, this is above their station. If I explain that this was all my idea, I could be granted audience with Morgott, Lord of Grace.
This poor dude.
A wondrous opportunity! That a Viscountess myself might be seen by the Lord of Grace.
He's gonna be sorely
The
disappointed.
citizens of Leyndell are complicit
They don't
in perpetuating the curse of the Omen. With this in mind, the Dung Eater's actions almost start to make sense.
Yeah.
For the majority of his seedbed curses can be found in Leyndell, amongst the populace that, admittedly, deserves it the most. So there's a reason the Dung Eater is lurking nearby.
It serves me right. Fitting bloody end. For a jumped up little shit with big ideas. Help me out. Would you, mate? I don't want to get cursed. Just let me die. I don't want to live like this.
Oh.
Not anymore. So, please.
Defiled by the seedbed curse, Boggart is severed from grace, against his will. The Erd Tree rejects his body and soul, and so his grace is lost, just like the Omen. What a curse. What a blessing.
You bullied my friend.
Must eat more. Defile more. I am the Dung Eater.
There you are.
Scourge upon the living.
Ow. Man,
I
roll
will kill
away.
you and defile your corpse. Then the pox will truly be your own.
Ooh. Ow.
One day, you'll get what's coming.
Yeah, I'll be Elden Lord. How about that?
All right, mate. Want some more prawn, do you? Never met someone with a taste for prawn I couldn't trust. We'd make good mates, I reckon. I'll be seeing you.
Kill our lord. He is a stain upon all things golden. Kill Morgott, kingly impostor.
Graceless, tarnished. What is thy business with these thrones? Ah, Godric the Golden.
Dead.
The twin prodigies, Miquella and Malenia.
One dead, one kinda dead.
General Radahn.
Dead.
Praetor Rykard.
Dead.
Luna Princess Rani.
Confused.
Willful traitors, all. Thy kind are all of a piece. Pillagers, emboldened by the flame of ambition. Have it writ upon thy meager grave.
He's got more arm hair than me.
By King Morgott.
Weird.
Last of all kings. Stained by my curse, such shame I cannot bear. Thy part in this shall not be forgiven.
Kind of reminds me of Bismuth. Ow.
May the curse seep to thy very soul.
The curse is said to be stirring within you. Of course it is, if you've willingly followed the Dung Eater this far. So that at the end, a new order might begin. It's an ending defined by the curse that the Golden Order brought upon the Omen and brought upon itself. With a dead Erd tree, a pockmarked sky, and a festering population. In his insanity, the Dung Eater seems to believe that we're his equal. I guess, how else could we hold on to his seedbed curse and fight him off as well?
There you are. You warded off my blessing, despite the curse stirring within you. No one has succeeded in that before. How? I thought. Then it hit me that you are, in fact, me. And I am the Dung Eater. It is my flesh that must receive the blessing.
Quite the outfit, by the way.
An apt reward for thy brash ambition. I see thee, little tarnished.
Oh. It's a little uncomfortable.
The great rune in Morgott's possession is the Anchor Ring. It is the foundation upon which the others rely. To make it this far, 2 great runes are required, but a third is needed to reforge the Elden Ring. Morgott's. The other demigods all had what Morgott was denied from birth: the Erdtree's grace, a mother, and a fate to call their own.
That'd be sad.
But while Morgott was shackled deep below the earth, they threw it all away. So even though he was born a graceless Omen child, Morgott tried to be the Erdtree's protector. He was never loved, and should never have learned love. But nevertheless, love the Erdtree. He did.
Oh.
In death, Morgott's horns disappear. Perhaps it was one final mercy from the Erdtree. Too late. But at the Erdtree, we find our path blocked once more, despite being led here by the Erd Tree's very grace.
Tarnished. Thou art but a fool. The Erd Tree wards off all who deign approach. We are all forsaken. None may claim the title of Elden Lord.
Okay.
Thy deeds shall be met with failure, just as
Shit. Those eyes.
Give me your blessing. Defile my flesh with the seedbed curse, again and again, until it is done. Until a cursed ring coalesces that may one day defile order itself. Countless I have killed, and countless I have defiled. And soon the fruits will be born. Hundreds will be reborn cursed. And they'll bear thousands of cursed children, who'll bear tens of thousands more. A few of those will be born just like me. And they'll kill and defile and bless in my stead the rotten fools. My fate was the grandest, most brilliant of them all.
Damn. Deserved.
unleashed upon them a curse blessings to war.
Deserved. Absolutely.
The creation of this mending rune requires someone to defile the defiler, creating a story that can be used to mend the Elden Ring, codifying these words of defilement into order itself.
Yeah. I am the defiler. Oof. Looks a little rough there, bud.
This mending rune of despair only exists because of the hatred inherent in Marika's Golden Order. It makes you wonder, why did it have to be this way? Why did Marika demonize the Crucible?
Why not?
It's been a long while, Morgoth.
That brief moment of tenderness between father and son raises some questions. Was Morgoth at some point shown love?
Yep.
How did
There are the
Godfrey,
Graces.
leader of the Crucible Knights, feel about the Golden Order's scorn of the Crucible? We may never know.
Man, that moment was
Long
powerful.
and hard didst thou fight, tarnished warrior, spurned by the grace of gold. Be assured the Elden Ring resteth close at hand. Alas, I am returned. To be granted audience once more. Upon my name as Godfrey, the first Elden Lord.
Yeah.
Enough of this kingly folly.
Oh, man. Rude. Just fighting him with blasphemy. Oh.
A true warrior thou art.
Yeah. Oh man.
All failed to stop you. In the end,
Yep.
a champion for the Omen, the Misbegotten, and despair.
Curse you, Golden Order. One day, you'll get what's coming.
Originally, those born of the Crucible
Aw.
were considered to be divine. That is, until civilization advanced, and those deemed misbegotten were enslaved. But then they fought, reveled in their accursed identity, and so a new order was created, one born entirely from the prejudices of the Golden Order that came before. Now, all are cursed,
Oh.
and for every curse, a cursed blessing.
The fallen leaves tell a story of how a tarnished became Elden Lord. In our home, across the fog, the lands between, our seed will look back upon us and recall the reviled curse that defined our age. The blessing of despair.
Damn. Awfully rude of us to do that to the world, huh? Well, I can tell you one thing. Watching all these videos and figuring out all of this stuff is definitely gonna make me make different decisions next time I play. Because when I ran around, I was just doing everything that was laid out in front of me that I remembered to do. Who even knows what kind of ending I'm gonna get? I don't know. I'm sure someone knows. Don't say in the comments. But it'll be interesting when I do finally get around to beating him. We'll see. Because I definitely have tinkered around in like all of this stuff to some degree, you know? We'll see. Either way, that was really cool. I really love Vati's videos. I think they're phenomenal. I want to watch like I want to go through all of his videos. They're great. They're fan-frickin-tastic. Good stuff. If you haven't already, definitely go give it a like, comment, you know, all the stuff you can do. Yeah, see, the thing is, I struggle to hold on to information just by reading it, especially if it's little snippets here and there. I need to, like, see stuff and, like, interact with it in some way. Like I learn by doing or by like watching content like this. Like this presents it all together in a way that my brain can make sense. I tried reading item descriptions and figuring it out, but that's just not the way my brain learns. Like even growing up, oh, a textbook, yeah. Great, yeah. Like I could read chapters of a textbook and not retain that information long term. That's good. That's awesome. Like I would read like through stuff, but it doesn't stick with me as well. And like I was really, really enthralled in the world. And you know, I was picking up some things, but watching these lore videos just pieces it all together. But I also like how it leaves room for me to make my own interpretations and sort things out. But this form of content is absolutely a better way for me to consume the information. And I really, really love it. I think Vaati and friends absolutely deserve all the success in the world. It's fantastic content. But yeah, I know. I thought it was very, very well done. Yeah, for sure. I've only played through it once, and I still haven't beaten the Elden Beast. And there's still like I haven't fought Malenia. Like there's stuff that there's a lot of stuff I haven't done, but I put a lot of hours into it. It's just a lot of hours and a lot of exploring. Like you really do have to stumble into a few things, you know?